Yeah, so the spiritual aspect of the music is something that I would like to explore a little further in terms of our people, African people. You know, we as African people have very, very spiritual experiences of all sorts. Of all sorts. And, you know, spirit is spirit, no matter how it manifests itself. It's a spirit. Well, can it be that the continent where we all emanate from has something to do with that spirit that we seek wherever we are in the world today?
I think there is something to that. I think there's a lot. I think I don't think that. Yes, Africa is a very unique and special place, but I think culture has a lot to do with why spirit is prevalent there. Like, if I were to compare the spiritual activity, the spiritualism that one would experience in Africa compared to here, I think it's much more alive there, because I personally, from my own experience, there's so many distractions here. There's so many things to dull the spiritual sense. Self-absorbance, involved in self. People wanting to make a name for themselves. People wanting to play music so that really they can be worshipped. Which, and then too, when you look at the traditions upon African music, when you compare African music with European music, the foundation of music here is built upon the European tradition. African music is, I think it's, my wife and I, it's interesting you brought this up. We were talking about this yesterday. She's getting ready to go on a missions trip to Kenya. And we just were talking about, she said, what would you like me to bring you back? And I told her some indigenous African instruments. I would love some more of those. And I said, I would love to just for you to capture some of the indigenous music there so I can just hear it. But one of the things I've come to learn to understand that I really think points to the fact that Africa is a unique source and origin of spirituality, where spirituality is really prevalent, is I understand, just through study has taught me that the African tradition, music was part of everyday life.
Absolutely.
They are the music.
Right.
You know, no matter what the occasion was, music was synonymous with whatever occasion. And unlike the European tradition, music was played for the purpose of to entertain. You go to this location and you watch, you know, and you have this barrier between the musicians and the audience. And we were spectators. And so just that fundamental difference is one of the reasons why I think that in African music you find it's more spirituality. It's more, you can experience spirit more in African music.
Yes, the language that the people speak is the music that they play. That's why, you know, back in the early days, you know, they related to the talking drum, because they play the language that they speak. So there's a communication with everything that is being done. There's communication with the clothes that they put on. So, you know, it's always a constant, so to speak.